Hello, you guys.
What up?
Yeah, I know what we do when we first come on here. We're gonna go to commercial or two,
Grab you a snack.
and then we'll be right back. Yeah, go get you a snack because you see he gonna eat in y'all face. Are you suffering from dry scalp, hair breakage, thinning of edges, or just overall unhealthy hair? Well, you're in luck. Go from the big chop to long flowing locks with Skull Marker's Hair Crack. Hair Crack is an all-natural hair growth stimulant that adds moisture, repairs roots, prevents breakage, and promotes healthy, fast-growing hair. And fellas, it even works on beards. So many people are giving great reviews and testimonials about how Skull Marker's Hair Crack has given them their confidence back from its amazing results. Skull Marker's Hair Crack. Get marked. Contact us to place your order on Facebook at Skull Marker or email us at skullmarker@yahoo.com for life-changing results.
You only took you 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Hey, I am Lady A the Doe. We are here at WDOE Media, and we have
It's me. Believe it or not. Fame juice. I am sipping on some water.
Hydrate.
and eating in everybody's face.
Yeah, no. That was my last piece, though. It's like, nah.
Today we have Miss Keisa Carroll.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for the invite.
Yes. I'm excited because people don't know.
Indeed.
People don't know. Like, we got a little history.
We go back a few years.
Yeah,
we do. The way it started is a fun story. Should you tell it or should I tell it?
I'm gonna have you tell the people a little bit about yourself, not a lot, because we're gonna get into everything else and then we can get into that.
Absolutely. So my name is Keisa Carroll, and I am a 33-year-old writer, actress, filmmaker, producer, and learning to be a director.
Mm.
So I've started in this realm doing poetry and spoken word, and then just kind of took on a natural evolution into theater, and then theater became film, and then it's just been a beautiful, fun journey.
It definitely has. Yeah. And speaking of film, that's actually how we met.
Yes. 2018.
Yes.
TAG, the 48-hour film festival.
Yes.
So that was a fun weekend. First of all, we had to shoot. So what they do is they give you draw out a genre out of two genres, and you can either combine the genres or you can do one or the other, but you got to be true to that genre. So what we ended up doing was we ended up getting drama and started shooting Friday night. You got to shoot, write, do the everything, edit, and submit by Sunday. So you got exactly 48 hours to complete a film.
Yes.
We started shooting Friday night. Everything went so smooth. So smooth. Friday, Saturday, a breeze. We get to the final edit. The computer crashes. And we are in my car. I'm driving, trying to get there on time, praying that they can get this fixed and edited and done by the time we get there. And it didn't happen. I cried. She cried.
We were booing because, I mean, literally.
It was a good film.
Very good film. And we're going to show her reel a little later. And some of it is in that. But, I mean, like she said, everything went well. Like costume, everything, the filming, the timing, the lighting, the audio. Yeah, definitely. And I was like the main editor, and me and Brandon, we were like co-editing and whatever. So I'm staying back where everybody's filming, and while they're filming, I'm dumping and editing. Get to the last day, and it's done. That's what makes it so bad. Is the film is done and we're ready to export, but I think it ran out of.
It didn't have enough memory.
It didn't have enough memory, because it was being edited off some footage that was still on a card, and the card got taken out, so that just messed up everything, and I'm like. Everything in me just left.
My heart fell into the pit of my stomach.
But on the way to go submit it, you know, I'm on the laptop in the back seat, like trying to get it back, you know what I'm saying? Get it back to its final stage and export it. And we got there, and the deadline was up.
It was a wrap.
And I'm like,
we still got nominated.
We
got
did
nominated for the People's Choice Award.
Yes,
but because it was a late submission, we were disqualified.
Right. We I ain't even gonna part. We could have took that.
If we would have won, some other folks might have been in some trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
But what was beautiful was B3C really showed out that year.
Yes.
B3C came into that film festival the year before, came in swinging, and then that second year, the year we did tag, it was a continuation, and B3C just took it. So shout out to our Black Cincinnati Cinema Collective, because we've been doing it for the last few years, all of us.
That's amazing. Before we started, you was talking about how the previous year was actually like one of the first years that African Americans actually attended the 48-hour film
we
fest.
Found out that, so this is a traveling film festival, and the winner goes to Cannes in the south of France. And so we found out that they had been doing this film festival since the early 2000s, and they never had a single Black team before B3C showed up. And when B3C showed up in 2017, we entered 3 Black teams into the film festival. And 2 out of those 3, we made the list of Cincinnati's top 10.
Wow. And
our film got 6 nominations. We didn't win anything that year, but that was the first film that I had ever written. And I was we had a team of writers, but I was the lead writer. But that was the first time, and 6 nominations in, and it was a surreal experience. So that was really the gateway.
Yeah. I love it.
It's been, like I said, it's been a journey.
So I'm over here. I ain't nobody. Am I supposed to even be?
What?
Am I supposed to be?
What you
mean?
Show, ain't it?
I don't know.
Nah, what you on now?
What you on?
I don't get it.
What don't you get?
I mean, if you want to talk. That's it. I mean, you want to cut us off?
Film, you know what I'm saying? So
I got you. You just observing.
I'm observing.
Your feet wet.
And, you know, I'm trying to play double dutch, you know what I'm saying? Jump in there, you know what I'm saying?
I understand. Come on in. We had to touch on the history a little bit, because
the history is amazing.
It's a great story.
Every time I hear about you, everybody's just like, she's so dope. Oh my God.
That's love.
She's really great. And I watched a few of your movies.
Did you like them?
Oh my God, yeah. Well, one of them, I can't remember what it was called. It's not that I didn't like it, but I still I like the thought of it.
Okay.
I think it was something like that. Like,
do you remember which one it was or what it was about?
Your hair was short at the time.
My hair was definitely shorter at the time.
I can't.
And it wasn't nothing wrong with it. I think it was just like, the transitions or something like that. I forgot. But it wasn't nothing wrong with it. I love the movie. I thought it was great.
Yeah. What was the name
I'm
of it?
trying to remember.
Was it action? Was it?
It was a little bit of action in it, I guess. You were mostly in this like room by yourself.
Room by myself.
And there's a person coming in or whatever. I don't know. I just run all together. Like, I only watch indie films like once a month, and I'll take a whole day to watch them, and then I get back to my life.
I got you.
What's the fuck wrong?
No, I'm talking shit.
He fucking with you.
So we was really. We really was supposed to argue. We were supposed to go get our.
He couldn't do it.
But I
you broke character.
Yeah, I broke character. Like, and then I was supposed to mess with you a little bit. And then it's like, I was like, all right, now can we get the job or what?
Now, if you gonna act, the first rule of thumb is you got to commit.
You know what I'm saying?
He can't even do that.
I gotta do it. I can't commit.
It's okay. Listen, it may not be your ministry, and that's all right.
Hey, you know what? You probably right a little bit, but not a lot of it.
Oh, that's funny. That was good. Y'all got me.
So to explain to y'all what just happened. So we had planned this whole thing, like to just bicker and argue back and forth or whatever to show her our acting skills and kind of throw her off. But he couldn't even do it. Like he's smiling the whole time.
I be starstruck sometimes. Yeah, I mean, like this is why Miss Judy don't never let me film at the battle rap, because like every time it's a battle and they hot and they get filmed, I'm in a oh shit! I got the camera. She was like, "Ding back, what's this right here?" And I'm like, I mean, it was so good. Now if it's whack. Great footage.
You can be the producer,
ain't got nothing to worry about.
Just not the DP.
Yeah.
He is man.
So funny.
I can sell the boat.
This is great. Thank y'all for having me. This is fun. Y'all were fun.
So I want to talk about Synergy.
Yeah. So, like I said, along this journey of collaborating with some really talented, brilliant other filmmakers, it's been a lot of collaboration of ideas, but I have developed my own ideas. And then so with that came the thought of Synergy. So I started my own entertainment company, which hats off to you, by the way, helping me build my website and helping me develop this brand. But essentially what it is this artistic movement. It is this healing movement within Black film. Because I feel like right now what we're seeing is there's this oversaturation of Black trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to move away from that. Not to say that I'm the only one, but I do think there is room for opportunity for a lane that shows us in our healing, in our resilience, where we come out on top. I'm tired of seeing Black people shackled. I'm tired of seeing Black people dying. I'm tired of seeing Black people lose at the end. And so I wanted to create films where that's not the narrative.
Right.
So that centers us, that centers our winning.
Yeah.
So essentially, like, and you call it predictable, call it whatever you want, but I want to see Black people winning.
Exactly.
And I want to write those stories, and I am writing those stories. So.
And it's not predictable. Black people are really winning.
It's true.
Just on television, they showing us as still ratchet, non-productive, stuck in the same cycle. And if we are getting money, we putting our foot on each other's neck.
But that's the thing, like there is like even ratchet culture, because what happens is ratchet culture gets taken and they slap a Kardashian, now it's worth something. So like being able to centralize us within our movements, within our stories, because the beautiful thing about our culture is there's so much diversity within Blackness and Black stories. Yeah. And I wanted to really tap into that diversity.
Yeah, I like that. I like that because I was just talking to, I mean, I know like my mom hate when I say this, but like slave movies. I hate slave movies. Like it just don't do nothing.
My thing is, we get it. But our history does not start with slavery. For many of us, that was the introduction. But there's so much vastness beyond that after and before.
Yeah.
So being able to lean into those stories, you know, like even right now, the story of Black Wall Street is hot. But every time we talk about Black Wall Street, it's always the destruction. It's always the aftermath.
Yep.
But I want to hear that story of what was like at its peak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was that envisionment of its building, and then when it was thriving, what was that part of it?
Yeah.
So those are the stories and those are the narratives that I'm searching for, and that I'm really excited to write.
Okay.
She is. I can't even explain. Like just watching her work, not only just writing, but acting and directing. You said about direct as well. Still writing. She just tell me I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna wait for it to drop. I want my hands in it.
On set day, it's the energy is off the charts. I mean,
yeah,
you was there, but the energy on set, and I really pride myself in creating an atmosphere where we are all here to do what we love, and I feel like that is the way that we shine when you really give everyone a chance to really tap into their talents and really utilize their gifts. And that's why we've been so successful.
Yeah.
To have these indie films that have the quality that they do.
Yes.
It takes a team.
Oh my God.
You know, and everybody is really, really good at what they do. So I can't even just take the credit on myself because there's such a team effort that comes with all of it.
I'm about to just drop some names.
Please.
Brandon
the
Willis.
Homie. Jeremy Miller.
Vernard.
Alicia Redmond.
Atia.
That's sis. That is, you know, and I'm
Josiah.
Yes.
It's
the movie y'all did with Josiah.
Game Night.
So the one dude who was his best friend, right?
Oh yeah, Bo Winstead, Tony Winstead. That's my brother.
I ain't gonna lie. Him and Josiah is best friends, but dude,
Josiah.
My bad, bro. I know you checked me last time. You know what I'm saying? But am I saying, is that the right person who you had on the show?
Are you talking about the one movie with
where his son
got kidnapped?
Well, his son ain't really got kidnapped. His son got adopted.
Mm-hmm. Next to Kid, I believe.
Next to Kid.
That's a Tia's film.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We met at Tia. Was that?
No, that was I forgot her name, but that wasn't her.
See?
But there is see what I'm saying? But that was the whole point of us all coming together, because you have so many different talented people.
Oh my God.
And Silas Tibbs, another phenomenal, and you know what? And I have to really take a moment to pay homage to the wonderful, amazing Alfonso Weston.
Oh yes,
he is the reason. That man is directly responsible for so many of us having agency representation. Getting all Helen Wells Agency is now also in Cincinnati. They have an office in Louisville. They got one in Indy. They opened up one in Columbus, and there's one in Cincinnati as well. And that man is directly responsible for a lot of the Black representation that is within that agency.
Wow.
Yeah.
So many talented people. Shout out to my agent Sharon. Sharon for another talented
take care
actress.
of our girl, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, she's a talent herself. So when I met her, she told me, she said, I just acted in one of your films. I was like, which one? But you know what I mean? Like that's how small and yet vast our community is. Like Cincinnati has some real untapped talent. And a lot of us are branching in different directions. So I'm really excited to see what happens.
Yeah, I had Chris Gordy on here. He's another excellent person, but like we were saying, like if you're not in this field, you really don't know about it.
It's
like
true.
You really don't know how many people are involved, how many movies are being made here. You know what I'm saying? All the work that's being done, like no one knows until you tap into it.
It's true.
Like, but I want to change that.
Yeah. And we are, you know, what I mean? Like, especially starting by getting our name out there in these different film festivals. So Game Night is one of the most popular ones that have come out of our collective. We filmed Game Night, I want to say in September of 2017. And it just kind of sat for a while because I think they were working on the editing and getting different things together. So last year we get a call that it's being debuted at a drive-in film festival.
Oh wow!
So I'm like, I got to go see this. Now, mind you, that's only the second one that I've ever written. So we go and we see it. Is beautiful. It's beautifully shot. It was written by myself and Alicia Lee, and it came to life more than I think we could even have imagined. So then from there, we won the Denton Film Festival in Texas, a Black Film Festival in Texas. We won the Charlotte Black Film Festival, and we just found out that we're being featured in Independent this year. So it's making waves. So it's real cool to see how Cincinnati is starting to kind of travel through these different film festivals.
So if you ever need me in a film, right? I'm cool with being shirtless. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with like close-ups. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no issues. You don't see a lot of imperfections. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't let people hit me in the face. If we fight, I'll be like, oh. Like,
just no speaking parts.
Yeah.
Unless it's cussing.
Until
put me in the cussing parts and then put me in the part like, what up, girl? Like, I would gotta look crazy because like people think, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I only want to be in hoopties. No nice cars, no none of that stuff.
Oh yeah, because if you can't,
look, if I pull up in a hoopty, they still gonna hop in. You feel me?
Oh, they gonna hop in. I was thinking more of a liability aspect. We don't want no liabilities.
Yeah.
I got you.
I cannot do it.
I want to get out of the shower like with my shirt off. You know what I'm saying? And then on the next one, you gonna start seeing like, oh God.
You are so funny.
Jeez.
Where did you find him?
We've known each other for quite some time. But yeah, he's been a nutball ever since I met him. So what is like your creative process? Is it like, do you meditate or do you just hop right in?
No, I do. I meditate, and I take the energy from whatever's happening, right? Because as the world is unfolding in front of us on social media, you see things that you don't want to see. You see the images, you hear the news, and there builds this deep rage, right? Especially as we live in a world that is still very unjust and that is still catching up to what Black people have been saying that we're experiencing all along, all this time. So for me, I had to sit with those emotions and I asked myself, how am I going to channel this? And so for me, being able to channel it, through poetry, through spoken word, and now through scripts, that's really been my process. But yes, I always meditate on it. I'm always writing something, whether it's a poem, whether it's a journal entry, whether it's a script, I am always writing something. But essentially I'm building this catalog of films and series, and there's so much that I want to do. There's so much that I'm going to do.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So yeah, I don't know that I have a specific linear process besides just being able to kind of go to a place where I can just be with my thoughts, be with my music, create the aesthetic for me. If you know me, I love plants.
Yeah.
So being surrounded by my plants in my happy place, that's just where I really do all of my writing. Right now, my dining room wall is a storyboard for a film that I'm working on right now. So, my art is everywhere. My art is my life. It's in my home. It's all over me at all times. It's in my phone. It's on my notebooks.
Right.
So there's not too many places that I go where I'm not in some way, shape, or form connected to my writing.
So being a poet, a journalist, sticky note specialist. You know what I'm saying?
Sticky note specialist. Write that down.
What day did you say, or not? Let's just say, what moment in time where you was like, "Oh my God, like it's time for me to show the world my acting skills," because I'm about to knock them down.
The funny thing is, so I've been writing since I was 7. I started off doing an essay. And I also had a teacher that kind of noticed my knack for being able to speak publicly. So she had me do this essay at a few different places. And that's where I was able to see that I had a knack for really engaging with the crowd. And then so just having mentors throughout my life that have watered that, I've had opportunities to be on stage throughout my life. I was inducted into the International Thespian Society when I was in high school. And so I always knew that I could play with that, but I never really knew the magnitude of how far that could go until recently. So just deciding to pour into it, deciding just like, you do with a plant, you take a seed and you water it and you nurture it and you give it some sun and, give it some fertilizer and let it do its thing. So gotta do the same thing with your gifts. Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, I honestly can't say like you are super talented. I don't know the names of all of the movies, you know what I'm saying? But I know when I first when she first started telling me about like working in the Cincinnati portion of like the film, and I'm like, oh, this is one lady. I don't know her name. I was like, she got dreads. She was like, oh, I know who you're talking about. I know her. Like, we work together. Like, because me, I'd be so extra.
She was celebrity for everybody. Everybody know Cassandra over there.
They know you too. Because I didn't know, I only knew you. I didn't know your actual name. Like, I watch, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, when you like on Facebook today, I was like, oh my God. Like, I think, like me, I'm just like one of them people. Like, where I'm your people forever. You know what I mean?
Appreciate the love.
Like, yeah, so like sometimes I inbox like Taraji or Viola Davis.
Shooting your shot.
Not necessarily shooting my shot. I just be like, if you need a, shoulder to cry on, you know what I'm saying? Somebody make you laugh.
But that's still shooting a shot. They say okay, yeah.
So MySpace, Taraji actually responded back. We was talking, but then she's in love. That was back in the baby boy days.
That's funny.
That probably wasn't even baby boy days. I was just like, you are awesome.
When she was
like, thank you. Yeah.
That's what's up.
I still got that. That's the only reason I keep my MySpace, just in case if I gotta keep receipts.
The heck, MySpace still up?
What? Yeah.
What?
Listen, y'all. We was coding. Didn't even know we was coding.
Yes.
Tapping into a gold mine at the time. No idea.
Yes.
Good old days.
So what's next week?
So this year is a writing year for me. I have a film that's currently in post-production called Internal Affair that we shot last year during the pandemic. Okay. So that's crazy. Even when the world was going still, we were taking precautions, but we were still adamant about getting this art out when I think we already were sitting on it and working on it. And then George Floyd happened and then Breonna Taylor happened. You know what I mean? So it was like all these things were still happening even while the world was sitting still. And again, I was like, I have to do something with this energy. So we filmed that last year. That's currently in post-production now. So that'll be coming out soon. But right now I'm developing feature films and writing and really developing my brand. Okay. So building that up.
Where do you hope to see how far your movies can go? Are you looking for like theaters, like maybe Netflix, Hulu?
As far as it can go. Sky's the limit. I'm not really putting any kind of a limitation or barrier on myself wherever it can go. Really, and I have to always ask myself when I'm writing, who is this for? And really at the core of it, my films are for us. So as many of us that can reach it, that it can reach, I'm happy for that. As many of us that get to take it in and see something that inspires us or that moves us, I'm cool with that, But I mean, ideally, I would love for my gifts and for this, for this art to sustain me. I'm looking to move into that to where I can do this full time. That's the dream,
right?
But when and how that happens, I'm just like I'm putting it out into the universe, doing my work, and just letting the rest just kind of unfold. Because so far, it's just everything's happened beyond my wildest dreams, and I think it's going to continue to happen beyond my wildest dreams.
It most definitely is.
If y'all watching, y'all need to follow her. Before we go on commercial, I really want y'all to listen to me, okay? Keisa Carroll, okay? She is something amazing, you know what I'm saying? And then us as people, she doing this for you. She doing it for me for sure, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to slide her DMs later, you know what I'm saying? But y'all need to follow what she got going on, and we need to push her to the stratosphere because y'all want to see me in one of her films, you know what I'm saying? With my shirt off. And I ain't taking no more pictures with my shirt off until I'm in a Keisa Carroll film mic drop.
Don't hold your breath, sugar. We're gonna work that out. But I'm just saying, I don't want you to have a hunger strike or nothing like that.
I ain't gonna do a hunger strike.
I care about
I'm
your
just not gonna
safety.
take no more pictures. I normally give them a shirtless picture here and there, but I'm awake.
So you protesting the shirtless until?
Hey.
Listen, I love a good protest. I ain't mad at you.
Hey, just don't let me protest for too long, because if Viola Davis write a movie and she put me in it, I'm taking the shirt out.
I'm not a hater.
See how people politely tell you no? I love it. Yeah.
But yes, definitely. Please follow me on Facebook. My artist page is Keisa Carroll. On IG, Keisa Speaks. You can also find me by my name on Twitter. My name is spelled Keisa. Last name Carroll.
Yes. And we're about to show them a little video skills right now. I'm going to play this demo.
No, what's wrong?
Just yesterday, they found Deja and Kofi in their beds. Last week, it was Fernando in his garage. The month before, it was Jamal in his shower. Aren't you afraid that we're next?
It's been almost a year.
The deal was only for a year.
We only got like 24 hours.
All he needs is 24 hours. And then he wins the game. And then what happens to us?
Baby.
I'm scared.
I promise, I got us. Let's have some fun.
You threw what out?
Mama, you know what I'm talking about.
You threw my shit away? Boy, have you lost your damn mind? That's my stuff, Jeremiah. Where's my stuff? I need my stuff. Answer me right now. Where is it?
Brianna could have got it. And plus, Mama, you don't need that. You don't. I don't want you to do that.
Look, I am the adult. You are my son. Okay, that's my stuff now, baby. Where is it? I need it. Where is it?
I threw it out.
You better call Sean right now. And you better get some more.
No. Look, Mama. Danny needs you. Brianna needs you. Look, Mama, we all need you.
The first thing you need to do is get a job. No court is going to award you custody of a child without any proof of income, and you've got to be able to legally account for everything that you own. Secondly, your house needs to be suitable for a child. All the stuff you have in your house right now makes you look unfit for children. Third, it wouldn't cue you learn how to cook. Pizza and ice cream is not appropriate for a diet for a child. And finally, let me see what I can do.
Heard that movie too?
All of them.
Oh my god.
I wrote all of those.
That was so good. That little girl, she gonna be something.
Oh, Princess Meacham.
Oh,
she
I
is
love her.
a phenomenal young actress. Phenomenal.
You got to tell her that I'm one of her biggest fans. Like,
Me too.
oh yeah, she did so good in the movie.
Yes, she is so full of life.
Young
Yes,
lady, absolutely.
and those eyes.
she's the sweetest, and she comes prepared. She come ready to work. Her work ethic at her age is just off the chart.
And y'all, so at the end, so she broke her arm or her leg, whatever it was. She broke.
When we were in the middle of filming,
right,
she actually broke. I don't know if it was her leg or her ankle, but we had to create a scene in the film in the middle of shooting. First of all, let me back up because that film was something else. Homeboy Brandon calls me one day and he's like, so, mind you, he'd been telling me about this film that he wanted us to write, and was like, okay, we got different stuff on the shelf. But he said, so I got a whole film crew. We're supposed to start shooting in like 3 or 4 weeks. He said, but the writer pulled out. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like, you think we can kick out a script in 2 weeks? I'm like, can we do what?
Come again, say what?
We can do what? We end up writing Unkidnapped in 2 weeks. And then so in the middle of that, in the middle of us shooting, we hear that she actually breaks her ankle or leg. I forget which it was, but we had to write a scene to where that happens actually. So it was like I said, it tests our creativity, but I think we delivered very well.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it was. I hate happy endings. I really do. I can't stand them. that movie, I was like, oh, I cried.
Did you cry?
Yeah, because like when they, like at the end, he changed his life for her, and I'm like, oh, that was really cool.
It was fun.
I wish, well, yeah, that was good. I really, really loved it.
Thank you. And shout out to you. Thank you for like the graphic that you just saw, the demo reel. That's this queen's work.
Thank you.
Listen, it's what I love about us and you is like ever since we met, it's just been us being able to pour into each other's crafts. So Black woman to Black woman, I see you, I admire you, I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
And
likewise.
Yeah, I'm excited for all the work that we've done and what we're gonna do.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And we have been talking about some things that we're gonna collaborate on.
Absolutely.
It's
Lord.
We'll visit that when the time is right. If it come up and I'm like,
trust me, it's coming up. See, like the universe don't play games. So
you right about that.
I most definitely is. Like, trust me, it's gonna happen.
Hey, listen, you putting it out there into the universe, so we'll see. We'll see how that manifests.
All I see is energy.
But we have been speaking with each other about starting a support group.
Absolutely. Philanthropy work is so important to me. Something that a lot of people don't know about me is at the age of 16 is when I had my very first child, and she passed the day that I had her. And that was a whole experience in the way that I was treated, being a young Black female, having a baby, the stigma that comes with that, the treatment that comes with that. So I had that experience. So ever since then, I had been an advocate for teen mothers and mothers who have experienced loss. And then, coming into you and your story about your son, coming into some other sisters with their story about their children, again, it brings me back to the word synergy, because by very definition, it is combining those elements to make something more unified and stronger than what it would be if everybody just kind of remained in their corner. So I do want to create that support and create that network to let us know that we are not alone. So many times I think, especially as Black women being marginalized in an already marginalized community, there's oftentimes that we feel so alone. And so being able to create that link of support, that's important to me. So I'm excited to see how we lock arms.
Yes, we definitely. This is something that's been on my mind real heavy for a very long time. I never want anyone to go through what not only myself but other parents who's lost children. I don't want them to go through that turmoil without having someone there to support them.
Exactly.
And that's what I want to do. I want to support families, not just women, dads as well.
Absolutely.
Anybody, families who's lost children due to injustice, malpractice, anything, because a lot of people feel like there's nothing they can do about it because they've been told that there's nothing
that
can be done
powerless. Absolutely.
And it matters most of the time in the moment, right when it happens. But nobody, you don't know what it's like when the Facebook posts stop and the phone stops ringing, like, oh, like she's strong. Like those are really, really hurtful words to say about a person who lost their child. Like, oh, you will get through this. Like those aren't the words those are not the words.
The dismissiveness of it. And I think that's the thing too. I think there's a shift that's happening where before we haven't really been encouraged to really have that kind of therapeutic support and therapy and those different kinds of avenues and lanes. But now I think our generation is taking that approach that's just give it to somebody else and pray it away, and now being able to say we can still pray on it, but being able to mobilize even within those situations. So you're absolutely right, creating that space for those of us who need it, whether it's mothers or fathers who have endured that experience, and communities, grandparents, aunties, uncles, because when that loss hits, it doesn't just hit just the mom, just the dad. It hits the whole village. It hits the community. And I think us being able to pour into that communal support is very important. And I think that is going to change the trajectory, because you might be able to ignore one or two of us, but if 500 of us show up at the door, even if 50 of us show up at the door, you can't ignore that there is strength in numbers.
Absolutely.
And so being able to put that power, that force behind that is what we're going to do. So
yes, most
so
definitely.
so much to do.
So if any of you need us, you know where to find us. Yes, please reach out. A lot of people think that I don't want to talk or anything like that, but it's not that I don't want to talk. It's just that, and I'm gonna just put this out there. I don't like when people try to get me to cry. I've had people just like cry with me, like hug me, and they crying and they want me to cry. Like I'm not that type of person that just can cry on cue.
So you know what I'm saying?
And I don't. Yeah, and I don't. I don't do it for show.
Exactly.
Like my grieving come when it hits me when it hits me.
Right.
And
you grieve in different ways.
Yeah, most definitely.
Crying is one way to grieve, but even that rage, even like being able to sit with that deep rage, is also a form of grieving.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Being able to just sit in the experience of loss is grief. Period. Yeah. So the way that you respond to it, that is for you. That's for nobody else. That is your healing process. That is your journey. And all we should be able to do as your community is link our arms around you and say, how can I support? How can I show up? What do you need from me? How can I help carry some of this load? Can I help carry some of this load? And then being available to be in that service, even if it's just sitting with you and letting you get it out, however it comes out. Yeah. Just being able to hold space for one another, whatever that process looks like. And that's what we introduce into that collective.
Most definitely.
Throwing people away. Like
we're not disposable.
When somebody is sad, they are literally hurting. If they don't respond how you want them to respond, which I've seen this in my own life, and people want you to respond how they want you to respond. And then when you don't, it's like, well, I'm gonna just let you just deal with how you deal with it. Okay. I've been doing it. I mean, thank you so much. Because you see how people are, especially through your pain, through the pandemic, through the loss,
on top of the trauma that we are just already inundated with every day. All you got to do is log in on social media, turn on the news, turn on a movie. Even in our escapisms, we're met with trauma. Right. So being able to just hold space for each other and really rally around each other. So again, thank y'all for this space and even be able to introduce the thought.
I'm so grateful for you. I know we're going to do great things. I know we're going to put out some great work.
Absolutely.
Anytime you need me, well, you already know.
Listen, I be in your inbox.
You already know.
Sis.
I already know. I am there.
Yes.
You know what? We have a couple comments, Miss Noble Miss Fields, thank you so much for tuning in. She been tuning in just about every show from YouTube. And I'm so grateful. Hey, how are you? Yes, we matter of fact, who somebody said you thick. Thank you guys for tuning in. See all that and some.
They didn't know it's BPW season
now. Right. Hey, Jazz. Speaking of jazz, I want y'all to tune in to the metaphysics of love and relationships. Let me say that over. The metaphysics of love and relationships.
Where can we find that?
That's on YouTube. We have it on WDOE Media YouTube and the metaphysics of love and relationships on YouTube. And Miss Jasmine Bell, Jazz the Medium, she's one of the hosts. Juice and Mr. Dark Matter and Tish. So it will take her to explain it to you. I just know they talk about love and relationships, and I'll be tuning in. Yeah. And he's actually writing that book right now. So the podcast is, based off the,
Nice.
I need a couple more.
I can't wait to see it.
You need a couple more weeks off from Jay. He's still going off about that.
Any other comments?
She said, "Oh, I can act, maybe."
Hey, listen, I'm always posting for auditions.
All right, where I was at. As you should. Sticky note specialist.
Sticky note specialist.
You up next.
He said I'm up next.
No limit, baby. That's what is this? Yo, Keisa, what's up? I see ya. This lady is incredible. Invited me to my first audition. Another great show, people. Thank you so much.
Oh, is that Ralph?
Yeah, that's Ralph.
Oh yeah, I love Ralph. I auditioned.
I'm sorry.
I remember auditioning Ralph a couple years back, and ever since then he just he hit the ground running.
Oh yes,
he's been doing this thing in different projects. So shout out to Ralph. Thank you for tuning in.
I met him at a movie premiere. Donna Winston.
Oh yeah,
her movie.
I've got a chance to work with Donna too.
Yes.
Another talented
artist
out here doing her thing. Shout out to Donna.
And her movie I believe it's out. Devil on Earth. Is it out or it's about to premiere? That was a good movie clip. Job well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is Noble Miss Fields. Comment from YouTube. I'm sorry you can't see. Oh, Keys.
No, it's all, listen. It's all good. You reading it, so it's all good. That's my little cousin Shawan.
Shawan.
What's up, Shawan?
My love.
Thank you. I'm heading out, you all. Keep up the work. Have a great night. You too. Thank you so much, Noble Miss Fields.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
J. Millie Collins.
Hey, that's my sister.
Hey, how you doing?
Listen, first of all, shout out to my sister who just graduated. We just turned up.
Yes.
She graduated with her master's. Let me tell you about that woman. I mean, like I said, there's just so many people here locally in this community doing amazing things. She's another one who's an advocate for mothers and healing and mental health. Just got her master's, so look for great things from soon to be. We're gonna call this into the
Oh yeah,
universe.
most definitely.
Soon to be Doctor.
What?
Yes.
J. Mill Collins
Yes.
Allen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And congratulations and thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you
J.
so
Mill is
much.
Definitely a dope
Yes.
part. I see. Oh, well, her
That's my
husband.
daughter's godmother.
Really?
Oh yes, I was at their 8 months pregnant out to here
Right.
doing a poem at their wedding.
They love is so dope. Oh
That's
my
family.
God. So I'm watching They Live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to share ASAP, right? What he did for her and
when he did the desk.
Oh my God.
And if you know J. Mill, you know she is not an emotional person.
Right.
So to see her cry, you know,
I was crying with her.
Same.
I was crying with her. But I love her. I love to see her. She always shouts me out on stuff. And
wonderful.
We actually met
soul.
at this wedding, and I'm like, man, I just want to thank you.
We became friends in undergrad.
Wow.
Me and her, I would like when she had her daughter, when Jazzy was a baby, we would take shifts. Like, okay, you got class at 12. I got a break at 1. Like a village.
Wow.
A village.
That's dope.
That's how Wedding Terrors used to be.
You know what? I believe it.
It was.
I believe it.
That is like really the safest place I ever lived in my life. And that's real. Like, I'm telling you. But J. Mill, we most definitely love you over here. And,
absolutely.
You coming over here to the Orange Room.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And your husband.
Most definitely.
Y'all gonna be in for a treat for that episode.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's set that up. Blessings to you as well, Ralph. I thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for joining us.
Exactly. That's my sis. Nothing less than great things, y'all. Thank you so much.
Baby cousin. She's another one. She's another entrepreneur, my little cousin. Vasily Wings. I think she's rebranding right now, but she's got her own eyelash brand. So like I said, in Ohio talent. So much talent in Ohio. Just shout out to all of y'all to all of us. Cause even though we might all be in different lanes, you know, we are all doing our thing.
Yeah.
I see y'all. I celebrate y'all. And even if I'm not, you know, as visible or able to be at everything, I am always lifting y'all up. Always lifting y'all up. So I can't thank you all enough for just taking a moment to just tune in with us and find out what's going on in my side, on my circle.
Right.
So it's truly a blessing to have every person that we've mentioned in my life on the feed, you know, on and offline. Amazing people. I'm full of gratitude.
That's good. Keisa Carroll, love you.
Who's that?
J. Millie.
Love my sister. I can't say enough.
Wardrobe stylist here. Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
What you trying to say?
Hey, listen.
I need you though. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. Right.
Absolutely.
Period.
Period.
Thanks. Thank you so much. And thanks for your support.
Who is that?
Mr. Thomas. I don't want to butcher nobody's name.
Just
love the show. Keep it up. Absolutely.
I thank you so much. He shares the post and watches Facts the Village. That's J. Millie.
Yeah.
What's good? She said, "What's good?" Hey, yeah.
Hey, I'm on me. You know what I'm saying?
Baby, cuz I'm gonna bring her down.
Bring her down.
Thank you so much. We all trying to do big things. Like we trying to connect with everyone. Like, and let me put this out there too, because a lot of people think that this platform is like mainly for artists, musical artists, and things like that. It's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
It's just to highlight because we don't know what resources are available to us unless we make it known.
Right.
And so I think we do have to be mindful that, we have always been our main sources of information. Thinking back even to the Green Book, where they would, show Black people the safe routes to take and where to avoid. So we have always been the center source for ourselves and each other. So like I see this as an extension of that. So shout out to both of y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and if you want to, like if you cook, you most definitely can come on this show.
You know what?
Bring us something to eat. If you make, popsicles, or if you right around the corner, I love popsicles.
Yeah, we love food.
We do though. Hey,
and speaking of which, there's another platform that I'm developing right now where it's a talk show kind of thing that's happening in the forefront, but in the background, what's happening is we're preparing plant-based meals. And listen, I'm not a rat, as y'all see, as friend said online. She thick. I like to eat. I'm not a rabbit, but I also am learning ways to enjoy food that is not just good to me, but also for my body.
Right.
So just those minor substitutions that lead to overall lifestyle changes, and to show us that you can enjoy food and that it doesn't have to be, crazy and unhealthy in order for it to be enjoyable.
Right.
So that is also something that I'm developing. So yeah, you said y'all like food.
Most definitely. Most definitely. This was dope. Thank you, Vernon Williams.
Another talent, one of my other undergrad mentees, and another talented filmmaker to be on the lookout for.
Okay.
So shout out to Vern.
Man, her, we've been arguing all weekend. So we got these shakes from
smoothies.
They smoothies. From her name is Janice. It's called 7 Being on Facebook. But we've been taking them every day, drinking plenty of water. They are detox shakes. So first day we had salad with salmon. The next day she had to figure out her own. I had to figure out my own.
I had another salad.
What am I supposed to do? I mean, like, seriously, like, I was like, whoa.
Don't do that on here.
when you adjust and you trying to shift some things around, it'll
make you get cranky.
It'll make you cranky.
I snuck one today, but he told me that because I cannot go without this drink. I'm gonna cover up the name. But everybody who know me well, I cannot go with that.
I understand. I've had it.
Hey, first time I saw her with him, I'm like, man, nobody drink that shit. So it's like, don't drink that. But I went to the store one day, I took a picture.
Did you try
on the shelf? No, never gonna try it. She left it in my car in the winter, and it was still there when she got back, cold in the car.
Oh.
But I go to the store, and all of the other ones were there. That whole space
of diet was gone.
I'm like,
and it's like that everywhere. All the diets be sold out. You be like, don't nobody drink that. Yes, they do.
I thought she was the only person on earth.
Then you found out.
And then I found out. I was like, because there was no way that she knew that store was stocked with those.
And it's crazy because when I go to the store, I can imagine people doing what I do when I go, because that's my go-to drink. Anytime I'm going in the store, I'm going to get that. So if that row was filled up, I'm taking all of them. I'm taking all of them. So I did not. They're just really popular drinks.
But it's super dope, like going on these adventures with her, because like this, you can't ask for a better friend. Like somebody who just be like, you know what, I'm gonna do that with you. I'm like, whoa, thank God. I knew if I talked about it longer, somebody was gonna join in.
Yeah,
it was.
It's so much easier when you have somebody to do it for you.
It's true, and then like being able to keep each other accountable. So having that accountability in your partnership, that's helpful. Because I know sometimes if I'm glad that I have accountability partners in my life. Because if I'm left to my own vices, then I'm like.
Yeah, that face right there.
Oh, yeah,
right.
I told him, I called him. I was like, "What am I supposed to eat?" He was like, "Eat something healthy." I'm like, "I'm just eat some crackers."
Not
Listen,
that.
hit my inbox. I got some ideas for you. You like
Oh,
to
yeah.
eat. And on top of that, too, I think another thing that's helpful with that is I started to eat from cultural places instead of going through a drive-through or, you know, a fast food drive-through. Go hit up these cultural places. Check out the Ethiopian spots. Check out the Nepalese. Check out the Indian places. Check out, you know, these different variety of foods that you have, because what you find out is the American diet is trash.
Oh, God, super trash.
But you eat from around the world, and you could find things that are plant-based, that are, you know, vegetables and are real food, that have flavors that you ain't gonna have nowhere else. You know. So that
I
for
didn't
me,
think about that.
That's been helpful.
Like, oh,
in my
this fish was
transition.
in the ocean. This was in the actual ocean. But yeah, it's this place called Almadena's in
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
In Clifton.
Why?
That's one of my spots.
Oh, look, every time I talk about it, I'll be about to cry, right? Because the food's so amazing. I'm like, I was like, man, I can't really eat no meat this week.
That authentic Mediterranean. Go get that veggie platter.
It was so good with a side of potato.
I'm telling you, the spicy potato.
Yes,
absolutely.
What you know, son? You really so.
Why you? I mean,
you know.
Nah, I don't know nothing because you ain't brought me none of it. Like,
no, let me tell you about
it. You kept it to yourself.
No, yep. They brought extra down to the shop one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, so this is the first time. She's like, I don't know, that look nasty. I don't know about that. You need to go get me a Popeyes.
What? No, you perfect.
Nah, that ain't what she said. But she did say it looked nasty, so she wasn't trying it, right? So then my boy Celine brings some food down too, right? And the food was busting. It looked, of course, you like if you never had it and it's cultural.
It looks different.
Yeah. She tasted a little like her taste buds told her no before her mouth said yes.
You can see the things you gotta let it hit the back of your tongue first. You know, when you hit the front, that's one experience. When it hit the back of your tongue, that's when all the flavor comes.
I'm gonna try. It was what was it? It was like lamb and
it was a lamb. It was like literally Ramadan was just now over, and everybody was like, you know,
iftar.
That's
yeah.
I love it.
See, I don't do when I go to Almadena's, for me it's their I do the falafel.
Yeah.
The falafel veggie plate. And so falafel is like fried chickpea balls. But for me, what I like about falafel is it gives me that kind of that meaty texture. It doesn't taste like meat, of course, but it's kind of the texture for me. So that it puts me like in that mind of me, but I feel like I love the flavors. And then when you eat, I don't feel like that comatose, heavy, over full. I'm full, but I'm also still light.
Yeah.
Because the chickpea, the kebab is really, really good. So it's, I mean, Almadena's like everything is actually from a natural source. It's even the meat that they sell is also from a natural source. So you know that them chickens was outside playing. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't manufactured. Just like you know.
Can we get some sponsorship? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Let me shut up talking about.
But you feel me?
I still love
Almadena's.
I don't care.
But there's a lot of different cultural spots in the city that you can really check out. So we'll talk about that more.
Let's do that. Yeah. We ain't gonna give everybody too much, but yeah, we need food. We gonna come to the show then.
Right.
They can't chill.
But see, what I need you to do is I need you to get your ingredients ready, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you make it while I'm making it.
Hey, you hear me? I ain't tripping.
Oh, that's fun. I want to do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
when we start.
Next episode.
And I'm keeping my shirt on. I'll never take my shirt off in the kitchen.
Okay, he's telling me how to say Keishada. Keishada. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
And thank you so much for your support.
Gratitude.
Jasmine Starwood.
Hey, that's my other cousin.
What up,
there
Jill?
she go. Thank you, Sean. Her cousin Keith.
What she said?
She said, "Thank you, Shawan and Drill. Hey, cousin Keisa Carroll."
Listen, that's my babe. Like we cousins, but we should have been sisters. We're practically sisters. Listen, you think my locks is long?
Right.
Her locks. She got length.
You know what? We gonna do a before and after show where we just show off locks, like where they started at and then where they finished. That's gonna, or not finished, but where they at now. Because
it's a journey. I had before I had locks, I had a giant afro, and so I was like, oh, I know I'm gonna have some length coming in. My whole feelings was hurt when they said the shrinkage is real.
Mm-hmm.
My little BBs was about right here, and I'm like, what happened to all my hair? But now, my 4 years versus some other 4 years that I've seen when they was just starting here is way different. So my daughter got locks. A lot of my cousins and stuff got locks. So
yeah, your locks are dope. I mean, because like I got to watch.
You got to see, yeah. And that's the cool thing, because when I was first getting into film, when I really had just started my locks, and so people seeing that journey over time and that evolution, you kind of know where I was at.
Mm-hmm. My boy talked to Boss and his brother Dion Metz, and his wife Tiffany Joy Metz. They have a restaurant called San Janette's Kitchen, which amazing food. We're gonna have them on the show. I already talked about it. But I watched even his wife. I watched her locks go from she was coming from New York, and I'm like, my boy, he ain't have no dread. He just had these straight back braids, and I was like, bro, you got to give it up, man. And then one day he started the plaits, and and now his locks are dope, long, and I'm like, there you go.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful seeing us return to our aesthetic as opposed to trying to fit into somebody else's narrative. So I'm so happy to see, froze and locks and natural cuts and shortcuts and all of it.
Because if this hair crack don't work, I'm going bald.
Hair crack?
Yeah, it's her friend. She
okay.
Put it's this stuff supposed to help this, because I wanted some lock, but I can't because I'm gonna look like my grandfather, and I'm gonna have this bald, and I'm gonna have long. I think I'm gonna luxurious on the side.
Up to the scene with your ceiling this one. What time we at?
Ain't no locks for me. I'm just wild.
That's not your ministry. It's okay.
It's
okay.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
Well,
trust the process.
I want you to tell everyone again how to reach you.
Absolutely. So if you're looking, number one, if you're looking to book me, you can book me through Helen Wells Agency. Feel free to Google it. Hit my agent, Sharon Ford, and Helen Wells Agency. Otherwise, if you want to follow me on social media, my artist page is Keisa Carroll. That's KEISA CARROLL. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter under my name. And then on Instagram, it's Keisa_speaks. So please follow me, and thank you again for tuning in.
Yeah.
Make sure you spell her name right, because our graphic designer, you know what I'm saying, he was up until like 3 o'clock in the morning and spelled her name wrong, and I almost fired him.
Oh, yeah?
I almost fired him. It was me.
But almost fired yourself.
Yeah, she was like, can you fix her name? I said, 1 second, please.
Thank you for fixing it. I appreciate you.
I'm sitting there waiting on pens and needles. I done posted it and everything. I'm like, I gotta swap them out. Oh, I gotta delete them.
Don't delete the page. I was like, don't delete it. We're going to swipe right out with those. Oh, man.
Listen, y'all worked it out. Yeah. Y'all worked it out, so thank you.
I thank you.
That's what we love about it, though. Like, we talk to each other and make this stuff happen.
It's
up.
Yeah,
here, so.
Absolutely. Keep going. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Yeah. We ain't gonna hold you. I mean, we love if you want to stay. That's cool.
But I got to get my youngin' home.
Yeah.
But
she looking like
She right. She said, "Hey, you said this thing."
Right. She said 1 hour, please.
You told me to come to the back after this.
All good. Thank y'all again for joining us. And
Thank you.
we'll see you very soon.
Yes,
sure.
yes. Tune in Thursday. We're gonna have Mario. He's gonna talk about his new album, The Game God. He will be here at 8 p.m. So make sure y'all tune in. And I thank all of you for watching. And we'll see you guys next time.
Don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, all that stuff, and whatever you want to do after that. Sure, I'm about to eat.
Spread the word.
Bye.